My son pulled another all-nighter gaming and passed out at his computer desk. I was about to drape a blanket over him when I accidentally saw a post he'd made online, trashing me. My mom is such a cheap bitch. She'd rather blow money on fancy fruit, steak, and lamb chops than give me cash for my games. She won't take care of me now? Fine. When she's old and gray, I won't take care of her either. A commenter tried to reason with him. You're going through a rebellious phase. You don't understand life's pressures. Your mom buys necessities. Games don't fill your stomach. He fired back. Mental nourishment is nourishment. She's nothing compared to my dad's side piece. That woman hangs out with me every few days, plays games with me, and loads up my account with coins. She's my actual mom, but she never understands what feeds my soul. How the hell did my dad end up marrying such a woman? Reading these messages made my blood run cold. All these years I'd worked myself like a dog to earn more money, grinding nonstop, tirelessly, just so this family could have a better life. And now? Screw that. Why shouldn't I enjoy the fruits of my labor? I lay in my bedroom, continuing to scroll through his forum posts. He updated, I'm not being evil, but I genuinely wish I could lose my mom early. She's been driving me absolutely insane lately. Someone commented, what's your mom doing to you now? He replied, she never stops. She hired a private tutor to supervise my studying. Am I her prisoner or something? Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to ask her for $500 for game skins. If she doesn't give it to me, then from now on she's just a money-making tool to me, not my mother. My heart sank like a stone. All those years of sacrifice, planning for his future, to him, they were chains. They were the sword he used to hate me. Suddenly, Ethan Morrison walked into my room, his face casual. Mom, I'm hungry. What's for lunch? I turned off my phone screen, my voice cold. I'm not cooking anymore. He always complained that I spent money on food instead of giving him cash for games. The truth was, I bought that food for him. Ungrateful brats can't be tamed. I was done raising him. For the rest of my life, I'd only love myself. Ethan looked shocked for a moment. In the past, even when I was sick, I'd always made him 3 meals a day. I'd never let him skip a single meal. The next second, his eyes betrayed poorly hidden joy, like he'd been freed from chains. Then I'll order takeout. You rest up. I usually didn't let him eat takeout for health reasons. I never imagined that would become another reason for him to trash me online. Since he didn't want the good life I was giving him, fine, let him grow wild like weeds. Ethan didn't leave. He suddenly changed the subject. Mom, it's my birthday tomorrow. Don't buy me a present this year. Just give me $500 to load my game account. I sat up in bed, staring at him coldly. No, I don't have enough money for myself. Ask your father. He looked shocked and angry, but tried to control his temper. You're not even getting me a birthday present? That's right. And there won't be any more from now on. This time he couldn't hold back. His face flushed red, his eyes blazing as he glared at me. In your eyes, am I just a studying machine? Everything I do besides studying is wrong to you. I looked at the son who'd become a stranger to me, my heart filled with unwillingness. He hadn't always been like this. He used to be kind, sweet. Our mother-son relationship used to be so good. He told me many times that I was the best mother in the world. David Morrison stormed in with a dark expression. Lisa, what the hell is wrong with you today? He looked bewildered because I'd always made a huge deal out of Ethan's birthday every year. Not only would I cook a table full of delicious food, I'd carefully select expensive gifts for him. This was the first time I'd coldly refused to give our son a birthday present. He patted Ethan's shoulder, coaxing him, don't worry, buddy. Dad won't let you down tomorrow. The next day, I went out early to go shopping. I bought beautiful clothes I'd never let myself buy before, cosmetics, jewelry. I got a facial, ate at a nice restaurant, nothing like previous years when I'd spend hours slaving away to make Ethan a gourmet birthday meal. After eating, I checked Ethan's forum. He'd updated again. Guys, my mom's totally lost it. She's having a breakdown. Suddenly stopped cooking, stopped managing the house, and today she didn't even acknowledge my birthday. But it's fine, our family of 3 celebrated at my other mom's place. Gaming with her was awesome. Someone analyzed, maybe your mom's disappointed in you for being addicted to games. The comments split into 2 camps. One side supported Ethan, mostly saying, if life has no hobbies, what's the point? Gaming isn't murder. Having killjoy parents is such bad luck. Some people said, everything needs moderation. After you take the SATs, your mom probably won't care about gaming as much. Ethan replied, this is why I have to praise my other mom. No wonder my dad likes her. She's so understanding. My real mom can't compare to a single hair on her head. Anyway, the parent-teacher conference is in a week. There's no way I'm letting her go. Someone asked, you're not bringing your other mom, are you? He quickly replied, of course I'm bringing her. She's the best woman in my heart. My dad will definitely divorce that psycho eventually. I'm choosing dad and my other mom. My heart felt like winter wind, uncomfortable all over. I didn't come home until evening. Ethan and David had just returned. They clearly had a great birthday celebration, but they both still had sour expressions. David interrogated me, it's our son's birthday. Why didn't you make it special? I shot back, I celebrate both your birthdays every year. Have you ever celebrated mine? He was speechless, then glared at me unreasonably. You're twisting logic. Being ridiculous. Ethan pretended to be understanding. Stop fighting. I don't care about this stuff. He was in a good mood because I'd seen on his forum that his other mom had given him $1,000 to load his game account today. Sure enough, a week later, he didn't tell me about the parent-teacher conference. My best friend happened to be on a business trip, so I volunteered to attend the conference for her daughter. The 2 kids were in the same class. I wanted to see who this other mom was that Ethan kept praising. When I got to the classroom, I saw her. She was Kelly Brooks, the receptionist at David's company. His tiny company only had 3 people, a receptionist, a salesperson, and him. The girl was young, only 25, pretty decent looking. I sat behind her. She and Ethan didn't notice me. The homeroom teacher's main task today was understanding what colleges each student wanted to apply to. When they got to Ethan, Kelly smiled and said, our son's grades aren't great, so he won't be taking the SATs. His dad and I just want him to be happy and healthy. The teacher looked confused. I'd asked her many times to give Ethan extra attention with his grades, so she instinctively asked, you're Ethan's. Ethan immediately stood up, proud. She's my mom. The teacher glanced at me sitting in the back, unable to figure out the situation. She gestured toward me. Ethan, your mom is sitting right there. What's going on? Her words fell like a bomb. Everyone turned to stare at me and Kelly with bizarre, gossip-hungry eyes. Ethan looked thunderstruck as he turned around, not expecting me to be sitting behind him. I deliberately smiled and asked, Ethan, who's your mom? Mom, everyone started whispering. What's going on here? How could this kid do something like this? Too rebellious. This kid needs serious discipline. Getting someone to pretend to be his own mother. Imagine what else he could do in the future. Ethan's face darkened. He held his silence for a moment, then seemed to make some kind of decision. I'm not lying. Kelly Brooks, I asked my mom. The teacher pressed. Then why has Lisa always been the one coming to parent-teacher conferences? She's my aunt. My real mom died young. My dad just remarried. She was afraid I'd be bullied at school for not having a mom, so she pretended to be my mother. Ethan said this with complete confidence, no trace of guilt. Though I'd already decided to give up on the son, witnessing the boy I'd raised with love and care stab me in the back like a sword, I still felt cold and pain. The teacher asked me, is this true, Ms. Morgan? I didn't hesitate. I'd fulfill his wish now. Yes. Kelly Brooks is Ethan's real mother. From now on, listen to Kelly about Ethan's academic matters. Ethan really did give up on the SATs. When we got home, he tried to explain guiltily. Mom, don't get me wrong. I only lied because I was embarrassed. You wouldn't want the whole school knowing I lied and found a fake mom to replace you, right? I'd never be able to show my face again. I smiled bitterly with complete disappointment. I know you did it to save face. Seeing me smile, he breathed a huge sigh of relief and tentatively asked, Mom, I gave up on the SATs. You're not mad at me, are you? I smiled again, just as coldly. No. I'd already stopped thinking of him as my son. Why would I get upset over nothing? That would just be making myself miserable. From now on, I wouldn't have to spend money raising him, paying for college, saving to buy him a car and house, giving him money for a wedding. I wouldn't have to bear responsibility for his life. If anyone was truly relieved, it was me. That night, my husband David called me. Honey, transfer me some money for business entertainment. I'm on a business trip and don't have enough. Over the years, he'd asked me for money with total confidence. I made $50,000 a month. At first he took $5,000 and felt it wasn't enough for his image. He always thought he was destined for greatness. He'd been starting businesses for years, but with zero success. Always traveling. Every month he'd take $20,000 from me. To support his career, I never complained. But now that I knew he had another woman, my stomach turned like I'd swallowed dead flies. I don't have money. I spent this month's salary on a gold bracelet. My marriage to him was bare bones. We had nothing when we got married. Though over the years, through my relentless grinding, working 15-hour days, climbing from a $3,000 salary to $50,000, I'd never been willing to buy myself jewelry. I always wanted to save money for the family. David exploded when he heard I'd bought a bracelet, blaming me for not consulting him. I didn't want to hear his emotional dumping, so I hung up. He proceeded to send me dozens of 60-second voice messages and a 1,000-word text message criticizing me. After all these years, this was the first time he'd sent me so many messages. In the past, I'd send him messages. Send a few, he'd reply with yeah, okay, got it. Sometimes he wouldn't reply at all. Middle-aged marriage had long lost its passion. From initial frustration to eventual numbness. I didn't listen to the voice messages or read the texts. Now I'd use the same approach on him that he'd used on me all these years. 2 days later, I got a call from the cemetery. Ms. Morgan, someone sold your parents' ashes. Now the empty burial plots. A client wants to buy them. I tried calling your husband, but his line was always busy. Can you come sign the paperwork? I was thunderstruck, shaking with rage as I demanded. What did you say? The ashes were sold? Who sold them? I was so angry my blood pressure spiked. My hand holding the phone trembled. The person realized I didn't know and stammered. Your husband, Mr. David Morrison, brought 2 clients yesterday. He sold your parents' ashes separately to people who needed them for ghost marriages. Your mother's ashes were sold to an elderly man who just died. Your father's ashes were sold to an old virgin woman who recently passed. Your husband told us to sell the burial plots. We just had a buyer come in. The staff member's voice got quieter and quieter. I warned them, don't you dare sell, or I'll see your cemetery. My parents were devoted to each other their whole lives. I never imagined that after death, David, this animal, would sell their ashes. I was about to call the police when David and Ethan came home. The first thing David did was look for a charger for his dead phone. So annoying. Phone died at the worst time. Neither father nor son noticed my furious expression. One played with his phone, the other headed to his room with his backpack, ordering me around like a servant. Mom, I want garlic butter shrimp. David didn't even glance at me, saying casually, I have a business dinner tonight. Won't be home. I couldn't hold back anymore and confronted David. Where did you sell my parents' ashes?